One of the largest pieces of equipment that Caterpillar has on display here at its festival grounds lot at ConExpo 2020 is this monster. Meet the all-new Cat 395. What's going on, everyone? I'm Wayne Grayson, and you're watching Equipment World, where each week we bring you new videos on the latest in construction equipment, gear, and trucks. In this video, we're going to give you all the details on Cat's largest next-generation excavator, the 395. Let's get into it. Now, the new 395 is the official replacement in the Caterpillar excavator lineup for the 390F. And the 395 configuration that Cat has here on the festival grounds lot for the show weighs in at about 209,000 pounds, making it about 5 tons heavier than the 390F. And Cat says this extra size makes it a completely different beast than the 390F.
Quick note here before we get started. Now, unlike a lot of our other videos, you're not going to see any footage of this 395 in action. And that is because of just how new this machine is. Now, before the show started, Cat officials told us that this 395 that you're seeing in this video is one of the very first ones ever produced, and it was taken right off the boat and rushed to ConExpo so they could unveil it for the show. So unfortunately, there's no footage of the 395 in action because the 395 actually hasn't been in action long enough or often enough for anyone to take any footage of it. Let's get on to the rest of the video. To get the full picture on this machine, we spoke to Ryan Neal, a product application specialist at Caterpillar for large excavators. For years before he worked on building excavators, Ryan operated them, and the 395 is his baby.
And we call it a 395 because it's grown in size. Our customers are asking for bigger, stronger, faster. And so what we've done is we've done a lot to this machine. It is top down a different machine, from the booms and sticks to the frame to the counterweight to the technology to the cab. It is a 100% different machine. The 395s will go into quite a few different applications, from overburden removal, where they're just stripping overburden for the mines, or they're actually using it in the quarry loading rock out, to mass dirt excavation, to deep sewer, deep water, or large foundation work. We just heard right down the road that they're using a 390F right there on Fremont Street, digging extremely deep sewer with boxes stacked double high, and you need that additional reach and that to pull those boxes around and dig that deep. So we see it in a lot of mass earth moving. We see it in the quarry. We also see it in deep utility excavations. The design of the cab, that you sit in, a 390 is not a machine that you get in for 4 hours and get out. This is a machine where you sit in 8, 10, 12 hours a day, and the cab is night and day different from our previous F-Series. The seats are wider, there's more glass, there's more storage, there's more creature comfort, from USB charging point to auxiliaries to two 12-volt battery chargers. I mean, the things that we put in the cab for that operator to sit in there all day long, it has been huge. And touchscreen monitor, standard 10-inch touchscreen monitor. A lot of neat features that we've added to the machine.
The 395 also boasts 8 feet more max digging depth than the 390F at 31 feet 8 inches, and it has 8 feet more max reach at ground level at 48 feet 3 inches. And though the 395 is powered by the same Cat C18 engine as the 390F, Cat gave the new model a slight horsepower bump from 524 horsepower to 543 horsepower. Cat also increased swing torque and stick force by 10%, allowing for the use of larger work tools and buckets. More power and larger buckets means you can move more material faster.
So we're going to allow for these machines to be upward between potentially 15% larger bucket size on these machines, and that adds up in a day when you've got 15% more material in every pass going to the truck.
Cat says you can expect up to 10% in productivity gains over the 390F, and that figure grows even more when you add in machine control technology.
Another big driver in this machine's productivity increases comes from a dedicated hydrostatic swing circuit, a feature that Cat pulled in from its larger mining shovels like the 6015B. This circuit allows the excavator to regenerate swing brake energy and independently manage cylinder oil flow. This results in smoother and more predictable machine performance and more fuel efficiency.
It's a closed loop circuit. It's its own system only for swing. We're not using it for bucket curl or stick out. We're using it for swing only. And that provides us additional swing torque. So you don't always get to sit on a flat, perfect surface. If you're baling material uphill, you're going to have you'll have the additional swing torque to get that uphill and be able to get that load to the truck faster or cast it off out of the way. And it's going to feel different. Help with multifunction of the machine while you're digging deep, going to the truck, or pulling out of a trench box and piling up material. Meaning this thing is going to swing faster than it ever has. The machine is getting material out of the hole faster, getting in the truck faster.
To tailor machine performance to the job at hand, CAT has included 3 operation modes on the 395. Power mode provides maximum power at all times. Eco mode lowers engine speed and cycle times while maintaining breakout force. And if you can't decide between those two, there's Smart mode, which automatically matches engine and hydraulic power to the conditions as the machine understands them.
We did say 10% increased productivity, but we haven't even talked about the standard technology on this machine. We firmly believe that if the technology is used to its full advantage, we can see up to 45% operator efficiency gains. So standard on all of our next-gen excavators, or 395, will be safety-oriented, will be the e-fence features, which is I can stop the machine from swinging left or right, I can stop it from going up, from going down, and forward, and also keep that bucket from getting into the cab, which we call cab avoidance. And those standard safety features have gone over extremely well. A lot of the high safety job sites, they're really seeing the benefit of having those benefits and features. Then we go to the grade control. We have a standard 2D grade control, which means I have full knowledge of where the bottom of that bucket is at all times. I should say the tip of the bucket too. Say you're stripping overburden and you're 10 feet deep and you want to make sure that you're maintaining that 10-foot bench. You can bench that, it's standard two-dimensional, and you'll be able to maintain a specific flat bench if they so choose desire. Or you're in a deep utility application and you're digging 25, 30 feet deep, you want to know how deep that machine is digging, this machine has the full capability to do that. Then we also have the payload scales where we're able to provide tons per gallon, how many trucks you loaded that day. If we loaded 412 trucks that day, the days of the button clicker are gone. The machine will track that as long as I'm clicking the button and storing that data. Our payload system on this is going to tell the operator how much every bucket comes out of that. They can store the amount of trucks. The information that we'll provide would be things just as tons per hour, tons per gallon, total efficiency, total truck count, total tons. I mean, we have a lot of information that we're displaying on the display itself. And say the site superintendent or the production foreman wants to know how much material we did that day. You can put a USB, put it on the side of the display, and extract that information, and they have it in an Excel spreadsheet. You can also take it via Vision Link, and in the back office, and they're reporting that as well.
Now, a big reason for this weight increase on the 395 over the 390F is that CAT has basically beefed up everything on this machine, from the boom and stick to the thickness of the frames. All in all, CAT has built in up to 2 times the structural durability on this 395 over the 390F.
Yes, it has gotten heavier in weight. We've got a 34,000-pound counterweight on it. We've got more steel in the front structures for 2 times more durable, more steel in the frame to handle those really, really tough conditions where they're scaling walls all day long and they're really resonating through the machine. So we've added a lot more steel to the machine to help out with that long-term longevity of the machine and the frame life. So we've beefed up some of the front idlers and some of the track guides, and it hasn't changed drastically. We've spent most of the time with the boom and stick in the frame for those really, really tough conditions. And this machine's configured with more of a wider track gauge for the dirt side. You're going to throw in some rocks, we'll put a thinner track on it, narrower track to help for the bending of track pads and whatnot. But most of the time that we've spent to improve the structural durability is in the stick, in the boom, and the frame to give it that extra weight with the additional weight in the counterweight.
Now, in addition to the higher durability and the higher productivity, CAT says you can also expect to see a reduction of up to 20% on your maintenance costs.
So we've done a lot of things with this machine to help with the sheer maintenance of the machine. One, just the physical sheer where we're putting the filters today. You can climb up on the operator side of the machine now, and most of all your filters are there, easy, accessible to change. We've also helped out some of the other filters. You think of the air filters now. If you were getting 500 hours out of your air filters before, we've doubled the life of that. You should be getting 1,000 hours out of it. So that's a big jump there. We also, this machine is electronic over hydraulic. And so we've reduced the amount of oil that we have in the machine because you get rid of a couple 100 foot of hydraulic hoses that are full of hydraulic oil that's no longer needed. So we've done a lot to this machine to help with several other things, but to help out that owning and operating costs, which it all comes down to, and help preventing downtime for the customer.
So that is going to wrap it up for us here at the Caterpillar booth here in the Festival Grounds lot at ConExpo 2020, talking about the new 395. If you like this video, do us a favor and hit that like button below. It really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want more videos on the latest in construction equipment, gear, and trucks, hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications so you're getting up-to-the-minute alerts whenever we drop a new video. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.